is only war.
What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here, world top 40k player with a Recon Marine Keevil, bringing you a battle report. We did a live stream of this game. I like to do live streams and then battle reports for all of our members. So if you guys are members, you guys get to watch this live as well as Patreons. So we post this on both channels. So the live stream is up. If you guys want to go support us, head over there and you get to watch the entire match, kind of see our tactics, where we're moving stuff, why we're doing stuff. We talk out a lot, especially me and Keevil. And then we're going to go over turn by turn with the video here, so that way we can go over some specific tactics and what stood out to us, what we would have done differently, and what we liked about our list. And kind of like go from there. So if you guys are new to the channel, appreciate it. Click on the video. Help support Keevil. He's got a new book, Tabletop Gaming for Life. Scan that QR code, pause the video, and check him out on Amazon. It's an awesome book about tabletops, emotional intelligence, mastering your life, and then combining it with the game that we play and love. So check him out there. And if you guys are interested, we have merch now. So let me put this up here. So all these logos and designs are custom, so you guys can actually check out any of these in the description below. But quick shout out to the sponsors, and we'll be back for Chaos Cults versus Space Marines. All right, guys, thanks for clicking on the video. If you guys want to support the channel, stay tuned towards the end of the video where we'll go over all of this stuff, as well as any links in the description below for laser lines, shirts, and gear is in all the description. So stay tuned towards the end and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're playing Death Trap. I'm going to admit in the beginning, this was the first time playing this mission, and I played it so wrong, which I'll go over in the video, what I did and what we could have done differently. But this is this is Disruption versus Taking Hold. So Disruption, one of the hardest ones to play for primary missions. So if you don't have the really list for it, which is probably hordes and a lot of definitely MSU units, I would not be running Disruption. I would be running Priority Targets if you can, or Take and Hold. But we have to go with this one because both of our things are Disruption, which is Cabal and Chaos Cult. So we'll go over the list real quick. But Death Trap is for each terrain area trapped this turn, you get 2 points. And for each of those terrain areas that is an objective, you get 3 points. So 5 points for each terrain that you do an action with. Now, I thought reading this, you could just do it every single time. But it's once per game. So it's unlimited, which I thought you could just keep doing it. For each unit that starts this action, this phase must be within a different terrain area, and it happens immediately. The terrain area is trapped. Place one of your objective markers on the terrain area to remind yourself. So I, again, read it really quick. You can't keep doing this over the same terrain feature. So I was like, wow, this is so easy. Why is not everybody fucking running Disruption? And that's why, because you can only do it once. But if you could do it like really quickly, you're going to get a lot of points really quick with Disruption. So, and then end of your turn, any battle round, one or more enemy units are destroyed in one of those terrain areas that was trapped. So basically you can move up, trap it, kill the person in that terrain area, and then get 3 points. So that's an easy 3 points if you can kind of like plan around it. And the more things that are trapped, you're going to get a lot of kills throughout the game. Then second battle round onward, the main thing that you're really going to be focusing on is camping your one of your objectives. So you control one or more objectives excluding your home. So that expansion objective is camped as much as possible. You need to guarantee yourself that you're getting 4 every single turn starting on second battle round onwards, which we'll go over. His scoring for Take and Hold is for each objective you control that you did not control at the start of your turn, you get 2 points, excluding your home. So basically on this one, you kind of don't want to scout onto objectives. So that way on turn 1, you can like move up and get, 4 in no man's land. Then on the second battle round onward, end of your command phase, for each objective you control, including your home field, which is 3. So if you control 3, you get 3, 6, 9. And then for each of those objectives that are within your opponent's territory, which could be the center. So if you control that center, you're going to get an extra 3 because it's within my territory. So even though it's within yours, it's also within mine. So if you're controlling the center, you get 6 points for just holding the center objective. So, and then let's go over the terrain. So this is the terrain. Like I said, if he controls the center, it's within my territory. So he's going to get points for holding this one and then this one. This one's in his territory. So can't really get extra points for this. But let me increase this, guys. All right, so for our list, we did change up a bunch with our Chaos Cult for 11th edition. All right, so for Keevil's list, he's testing out the Iron Warriors with the new jump pack dudes. So for this list, he's got the 10 Terminators with the banner in the center with Corrick Ball, I think his name is, the Iron Warriors dude. He's got a unit of no deep strike within 12-inch guys up here, the new land speeder that move, shoots, move. Intercessors on the back, the Lancer, unit of scouts over here. I think actually these guys might be the ones that if you shoot, they shoot, you get +1 to hit against that army. Everybody's running them now. I forget their names, but I think those are these guys. And he's got a unit of JPI with a character in there, and then a Vindicator with the Tech Priest back here. So that's his list. He's got also another unit of JPI in reserves with the Chaplain, I believe. And I think this is the one that has, or this is the Chaplain. The Lord in reserves is the one with the really cool enhancement now, which is like Cleave 2. Which is pretty sick. So that's off in reserves. These guys also have Scout 6, I think, which is cool. So for us, let me read you off because I actually have our Chaos Cult list for you guys. So this list starting at the top is Cypher. I think Cypher still should be in almost every single Chaos Space Marine list. Dark Apostle with the resin guys. Dark Commune, one with the extra strength, one with the Scout 6. Then we have a Demon Prince with the Nurgle, which gives cover to everybody within 6 inches. We have a Terminator Sorcerer for the extra AP. 1, 2, 3, 4 Cultist units. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 Traded Guardsman units. Still like the Traded Guard just because in this list they're speed 8, so they can really get to a bunch of different places. They're 4 up cover save if they're on an objective. And they're 2 OC. So really a lot of OC and able to do actions. Then we have triple AC Accursed Cultists, 1 5-man Terminator brick with the Sorcerer, a Felgor Beastman, which was a new addition in this thing because there's 60 points now, so they're actually cheaper than Trader Guardsmen. Thinking about actually running 2 of these guys, but they come in turn 1 or 1 turn higher than what it is on the board. And then 1 unit Nurglings to help out with the Scout, which did not help out in this game. So for his Infiltrators, he actually moved up these guys over here. So these guys were his infiltrating unit down here because he won the roll off, which is basically like the perfect spot for my guys to go into right here. So he put those guys like a little bit far forward, and then he started them there. So he started these guys off the terrain feature because if they're on a terrain feature, I can move up, death trap it, and then kill them. So he started off the terrain feature. These guys scouted forward up here. My Nurglings then started right here. And I started them there because in case I get area denial or central ground or something like that, they're able to kind of move up. And I wanted them to kind of screen block as well. So if they just run forward, they're there just to be annoying and kind of slow down his Terminators right here. And that was it. So I actually got turn 1. So after these guys scouted forward, I didn't really want to commit my ACDC brick into a 10-man Terminator brick without the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer coming down for +1 AP, the ACDC brick hits slaps, which you'll see in this game. It was kind of nuts. So the Demon Prince, everything kind of moves forward. We want a Death Trap a lot on turn 1. So we move up our big-ass green unit over here, which is the Dark Apostle. He's the one that actually can unbattle shock once per game, which is huge in 11th edition. So he's leadership 5, so these guys are almost never going to be battle shocked. And he can unbattle shock within 12. So he's very, very good in 11th edition for Chaos Space Marines. He can't uppy downy turn 1, so I have nothing really back here to really screen out. I have 10 Cultists back here screening out. We have 10 Cultists over here moving up to the objective. We have a big-ass ACDC brick. We also have Trader Guardsman right here. So we have a bajillion OC on this point because I told you, you have to keep your expansion objective almost every single primary you have. So we're just going to load this up as much as we possibly can. And then the Demon Prince is centralized. Cypher's right here. Trader Guardsman unit moves up, does the action on the center, so that gets me 5 points. We do the action over here, that gets me another 5 points. And then we do the action here, which is 2 points. With Nobody. So we can't do the action here because I'm going to use these guys to charge. So another thing is I was questioning, since this goes off immediately, can you do the action in the shooting phase and it happens immediately and then be able to charge? That was one of the questions that I kept asking because this is all new. And the answer is no. So this is one of the objectives that should not have been death trapped so far. We could probably keep a tally somewhere. So I basically moved up, did the action, and then charged, which again fails the action. So this is not death trapped yet, but it could have been if these guys just moved up and touched it. So these guys charge in. I want to be able to kind of like consolidate backwards. So I want to end my charge within 3 inches of this terrain feature right here. So when I charge in, I then can consolidate directly back towards this this terrain feature. So I'll like charge in, back up 3, and then all these guys back up this way, so I don't get shot too much from all of this shit, and I don't get charged by the Terminators. But these guys do run forward because I get central ground turn 1. So these guys run forward, get central ground, they get to me easy 5 points, and then I got 5, 10 so far on the primary. Now the Vanguard Beastmen are usually really good for this, but he's got scouts that block off this part. He had infiltrators that block off this part, and then he had another scout unit over here that blocks off this part. So usually people don't have that much shit in their list. So the Beastmen probably could have honestly turn 1, walked in 6 inches off this board edge, touched this objective, and did the action for Death Trap turn 1. That's why they could be so good and so scary. So since I couldn't really come in and do an action with them that I needed to, I kept them off the table turn 1. So that means on turn 2, I can technically come into their deployment zone because it counts as if it's turn 3. Again, also very scary because if they have home field objectives that they didn't camp, you can just walk in or wrap it in. No, you can't wrap it, but you can walk in and then do an action on the home field to get an easy 5 points. So that's why I think this detachment or this primary is not that hard with, you know, adding Beastmen in there, Chaos Cult with so many units, all that stuff. We have a couple units off the table still. We have 2 cultists, 1 traded guardsman off the table, and we have our ACDC brick red unit off the table as well. They're the guys that if they're wounded, they get +1 strength. So they go up to strength 6, which is a breaking point for big tanks because they get +1 hit, +1 a wound. So I would wound most stuff on 4s, big toughness 12 stuff still on 5s. But yeah, they fucking slap. So that's basically my turn. I pass turn. After all my movement, these guys die miserably. Oh no, I fucked up. So I didn't actually get the charge, so I kind of screwed up my placement. So now these guys are kind of all out of coherency with getting shot by this thing. They don't have cover. So I wanted to put them all in cover, so that way they're hidden 15 from this tank. So I shot the Cypher into them. I killed 3. And then I shot the fucking AP1 3-shot Demon Prince into him, and he couldn't make 1 fucking 4-up save, or 5-up save. So the other 2 died. So now I literally killed all of these guys by accident, which was bad. So that I wasn't able to charge, consolidate, and get back onto the hidden portion of this. So, yep, fucked up. So now it's his turn. And he starts moving up, so he actually commits onto the Nurglings, and he doesn't get a ton into the charge. So he doesn't charge, like he basically moves up, gets right outside of 2 of the Nurglings, right here. And then he wants to try and like charge in, but maybe be able to pile in over here. He does get a ton of shots. So he gets shots from the Vindicator onto me. He gets shots from this guy onto me. I think the Vindicator shoots first, kills a bunch of guys. I remove the guys in line of sight of this tank. So then this tank doesn't have line of sight to my guys and out of hidden range from these guys. So this tank down here wasn't able to shoot, but the Vindicator fucked up a ton of dudes over here. So Vindicator killed all but like the big guys. So I still have a bunch of big guys left. The Terminators charge into these guys. Everybody else scooches forward. Terminators charge in and then consolidate towards me. Land Speeder moves back. These guys run back. So it gives me space up here to drop in my my Beastmen. This thing moves up. This guy moves up, buffs the Vindicator. These guys wait a turn. I think these guys could have been a little bit farther forward, but he did screen these guys out back here, so I can't come in this backfield. So these guys moved back to screen out back here. These guys backed up to screen out back here. So all of this is screened. Because again, the Beastmen, they're scary. It forces people to stay back and think about where the fuck they're going to come in on the table. So it's our turn. I know I probably can't kill these Terminators right now. These guys are whittled down. I have nothing else to really shoot them or get to them. If I have 2 Chaos Cult units going into them, probably could kill the Terminators, but with 1, I don't think I can. So we just commit down to here. So we want to try and take over his expansion objective because all he has are regular Marines down here. So he has regular Marines, a Vindicator, and a Lancer all in this point. So if I just move up, kill this unit, whittle down this unit, I potentially could have more OC on this point to try and steal it. So we commit, we do once per game advance and charge. We advance these guys up, put them like right outside 2 inches of these guys. In here we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, in this detachment, I can bring guys back. So since these guys have the psychic keyword, you can actually res 3 D3 plus 1 models. So that works with the Terminators because they're Psyker with a Sorcerer, and these guys because one of the guys in the character unit is Psychic, so they're Psyker. So I can actually res these guys to extend the threat range, which is fucking scary on a speed 8, +2 move, +2 advance, no, +2 move, +2 charge, Chaos Colt, ACDC brick. And this is why like having these guys on the flanks are just so scary. So this is a crazy launching point for them because they're probably not gonna get one-shotted by a tank. So being able to res guys, that extends the threat by another 3 inches. So where they started at was here. Res a guy 2 inches forward. Even if I roll a 1, that's 9 inches, or that's 8 inches from here. So they go 8 inches to here with me just rolling a 1 on the advance. And then that's the charge. So I probably didn't roll high on the advance because it actually ended here. So I probably rolled a 1. And then these guys end right here. So this charge is so much easier. And I want all these big guys to try and kill the 3-up save tank. They're very good at killing 3-up saves tanks. 2-up save takes them a while. Takes them a long time, especially with Armor Contempt. So they kind of ignore 2-up save tanks, which is the Vindicator over here. So I want to kill the 3-up save tank, and I want to kill all the 3-up save models. 2-up saves, I want to try and ignore. So these guys launch forward this way. Fast forward to the end of my turn. So these guys scooch up, and then again, they could have done the action here instead of the turn prior. These guys move up, they make the charge. I keep these guys back here. I move my Demon Prince back because, again, I don't want to get charged by these guys. These guys spread out to try and stop that from happening over here. He rapids these guys right here, which is very good on him. So he's outside 8, rapids right here. I have no guns, really, and he's hidden, so I can't do anything to these guys. The Beastmen coming up here and do the action right here. I was able to tow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto this terrain feature, and then there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 behind it. So with hidden and stuff, if he's not able to see these guys are now hidden because they're in the terrain feature. But if he's able to like move his tank back and shoot these guys, he can. And then these guys again commit. They kill, I think, this entire unit here. We tag up this unit here, and then I think we kill the tank here. So we put as many of the big guys into the tank as we possibly can, and boom, blow up the tank. So we kill the tank. We kill, I think, all but one of this unit, it looks like. No, we kill all of that unit. So we kill all of that unit, we kill the tank, and then we tie up this unit here, and we tie up the Vindicator. So everything's tied up here. We do out OC him here. And we clock and end our turn there. But then these guys are waiting. So these guys are waiting to see kind of launching out here because they're right at the edge here. So if I move up, I can spend a CP to advance and charge, but they move up 8, so they can move up 8, and then they get +2 to charge. So if these guys commit into these guys can counteract with the Demon Prince. Cypher's right here. And that's it. Zypher stayed within 12 inches of this Terminator to kind of like force like an extra CP for them to get picked up, an extra CP for them to be sticky and stuff like that. So I kept him within 12 inches of this Terminator to try and stop him from, having all the CP in the world. So that's the end of my turn. he commits the guys in the center 12 inches to try and run around. He's -2 to speed to go over guys now, so he's got to run around them, which is weird. So these guys running this way, they're going to try and charge and kill Cypher if they can get to him. Terminators move up this way. I rapid the red unit down here. The scouts moved up, which was we were talking about this, so good on Keevil's part by putting the scouts down here in the center, because this was the perfect spot to rapid right here, because then I'm able to kind of like clear this entire side of the table with the rapid, and this side of the table is too far. So he moved his scouts up kind of like as a sacrifice here. And then I have to kind of put my guys all the way back almost in my fucking deployment zone with this red unit. But these guys are here to like threaten. If he does charge into me, I can then counter and get some extra attacks into his Terminator brick. And then have another round of +1 hit, +1 wound, which I'll be able to fight first before he does, because I'm the active player. So after he makes the charges, these guys move up, and I think these guys shoot first. So he might have shot these guys into the Zangors or these guys into the Zangors, which kill, I think, 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, look. So he kills all but these guys, and now this tank is outside of 15 from hidden. So this is the first game he learns about hidden, which he was super excited about. So him learning hidden here was definitely new, and he wasn't able to finish these guys off. So these Zangors actually lived for a whole fucking turn, which is insane. Terminators move down, jump pack guys move up, come in, set up these guys here, and then after the charge, he charged these guys in. Now, with the rules working now, if he chooses these guys as a charge target, and I think he rolled for Cypher as well. So he chose Cypher as a charge target and these guys as a charge target. So how it works is you have to end within 1 inch of the charge target unit if you can, and then 2 inches if you can't end within 1. Or as close as possible if you can't do either of those two. So in this situation, he's ending within 1 inch of this guy with this dude. He's ending within 1 inch of this guy with this dude. And now these guys have to end within 1 inch of this unit. So then during the pylon step, you can't not be in engagement range of the unit that you're already engagement range with. You can get into another unit. So if there was a guy right here, he can pylon this way, engage this unit still, and now engage this new unit. That's an example. But since these guys are too far apart, he can't now consolidate towards this guy and leave these guys engagement range. So that's the new rule. So if he was able to get like a Power Fist and the Lord into Cypher, probably could have killed him. But he just got the Lord into Cypher, which still, I think he took Cypher down to 1. So Cypher lives, which is fucking sick. But if he would have got one more guy in a Cypher, Cypher probably would have died. So that all these other guys finish off this unit pretty easily. And these guys, I think, charge down here. Yeah, so they charge in, kill these guys, consolidate back onto the objective. And I did counter with the Demon Prince. So we countered the Demon Prince. We tagged these two guys, so these guys can't move. And I think he kills like 3 or 4 of these guys, which now there's still the Lord left, but with Cypher. So yeah, the Lord's alive. Cypher's on 1 with the Demon Prince. And then these guys murder these dudes and then consolidate back onto this point over here because he's outside of 3 of these guys. So then he's able to pick this objective as the consolidate. So then he consolidates backwards towards this objective. Murdered the entire unit over here. So this whole unit, I think, dies from the chaplain with the JPI, these dudes, and the Vindicator shooting them. But up here, the Zangors are still, or the fucking Beastmen are still alive somehow. We brought down our Terminators now, and a bunch of reserves are coming in. So we fall back Cypher. We fall back the Demon Prince. The green guy's committed up here because he gave me a launching point with these dudes. So they're able to kind of like commit up, charge these guys, get into a scary position up here because there's really not enough to kill these guys now because the Vindicator's all the way over here and he's got these 2 tanks which won't kill a full unit even though they don't have an invuln save. But I'm going to try and threaten Al's home field on the next turn because his Terminators are all the way down here. But these guys are going to launch up and they're going to try and do the same thing. So they're going to launch up this way and they want to basically get into these guys right here. I think I rolled a 1 again for the charge, which sucked. And he didn't kill anybody, so I wasn't able to res anybody. So these guys launch forward. I could use the cultist as like a slingshot, kind of like charge this way and then maybe pile on the objective, but it's not looking good. And then up here, we drop in our Terminators to try and kill this character right here because we want all of them just load up on the character. We do make these guys +1 AP because whatever he does in his turn, we're going to try and get that extra AP. Because if you guys read the Death Hex, on a 2+ until the start of your next movement phase, each time attack that targets an enemy unit, improve the armor. So I'm basically preempting that he's going to be in combat with me. So it's almost like Oath. Like Oath stays with you. So I'm going to put this, even though I'm not going to do anything to this Terminator unit right now, I'm just going to put Death Hex on him. So that way if he goes into any of my units, I get +1 AP onto that unit. So you kind of like big braining it 1 turn ahead to put that onto the Terminator brick. So that way I get AP2 with my big guys on the Terminator brick. So these guys come down, murder the Lord pretty easily. All these guys come in from reserves. So these guys come in from reserves. These guys, so 1, 2, 3 units come in from reserves. I still have like 30, 40 OC on this point right here. Because again, you got to keep as much OC on this point as possible. So far we did action, 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 action. So that's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you kill units on objectives like this right here, that's another 3 points. And then over here, I don't think we did it yet on this objective. But I'm still able to do it like here, 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 and then just home field for the final score. But after the charges, these guys come in over here from reserves. These guys come in up here from reserves. These guys come in over here from reserves. And there's still like not really a lot of room back here for reserves. But we do kill the Lord. And then these guys make a fucking insane charge. So they, I think, roll like a 9 or 10 to get into these guys. And then I also did choose the scouts. So I'm able to take the scouts off the table. So I charge in all the big guys as far forward as I possibly can. They murder the chaplain with the JPI. They murder the scouts. And then they consolidate towards this objective to try and get further away from the Terminators. Yep, so we kill both units. And now we're piling in towards this objective, and then we steal this objective again from him. Up here, we did make that charge, so then we put as many people as possible, kind of like in the ruin, on the ruin, behind the ruin. These guys also made a charge. So these cultists just coming in from reserves, just bang out a fucking 9-inch charge, so they're actually pushing forward as well. Zengors move up to kind of wait, so that way maybe next turn I can do a cleanse or something on the center with them. So they're just like hidden. These guys fail charge. They wanted to try and go into here, but they failed. And that is the end of my turn. So I have a Doom Prince that's probably about to die. Cypher that's about to die, but he's still within 12 inches of these guys because they really can't do much. Yeah, because he has 2 command points. And then his turn, he moves up the Land Speeder, moves up the Vindicator, puts more OC on this point. Tech Priest moves up, buffs this guy. These guys move over to try to murder my red unit. He's like, I'm going to fuck those guys up. I'm like, yeah, you probably are. So he moves over this way to start going after these guys. He still has a unit of regular dudes back here. This tank screens out the back, trying to stay away from these guys that are about to kind of launch forward. But now he gave me another launching target right here, so that way they're able to kind of move up, 8, charge, pile in, and maybe get on the objective over here. And then I can actually do the action on this objective right here, this terrain feature right here for another 2 points. And then he basically moves up all the tanks and murders all of my Terminators pretty easily, besides the Sorcerer. So the Sorcerer lives after he kills all of the Terminators, and I'm actually able to res the Terminators for 1 CP, but he fails his Battle Shock. So Sorcerer fails Battle Shock, or else he would have been able to res a Terminator and then maybe move up and charge. These guys make the charge down here. He kills all but the big guys. And then, after the battle shock shenanigans that he does on me, I pass my battle shock. I spend a CP. I pass my, or I maybe fail my desperate pact, which means I'm only able to reroll hits. So for 1 CP, I can reroll hits and wounds. So I failed that, and I still kill like fucking 4 Terminators because I have +1 EP. So look at that. All those Terminators, no more Terminators. So he's got the banner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? So maybe I kill 4. And that was on his clapback. Now my clapback, I'm able to fight before he does. I can't do the extra death hex anymore because he's way too far away. But the Demon Prince is still alive. So he went the opposite way of the Demon Prince. So Demon Prince is alive. Cypher's still alive. Sorcerer's still alive. This green unit's still alive. And all my cultists are just kind of in the back camping objectives. So we move up. We put this guy as close as we can to this thing. These guys move up, do the action. This guy moves up. These guys move up. I LOC in the center. The red guys are still in combat. These guys advance forward. These guys advance forward. These guys advance forward. So we're all kind of like running forward now. I death hex this, so that way I can charge and kill that. Demon Prince moves up. Cypher hides behind here. I fail the charge, it looks like. Yep. So I failed that charge. It was like a fucking 5-inch charge, and I failed it. So I failed the charge, not able to get anywhere. Again, there's really not a lot that can kill this full unit. With just this tank, Land Speeder dies. That's probably why I failed it. So, no, Land Speeder didn't die. Land Speeder's down there. Land Speeder lived. I just failed the fucking charge. So he kills my Sorcerer, finally. He kills all the red squad down here, finally. I kill all but 2 Terminators. So I neutered all but the character and 2 Terminators. He's got Vindicator, Land Speeder, Tech Priest, and Tank back here. So we're kind of like swinging around this way while he's coming this way. But we already got our points. Our main goal is just this objective over here, just camping that the whole turn and doing the actions. So at this point of the game, we're basically able to do the action over here, do the action here. And that's about it for our primary. And by the end of the game, this unit is on the objective over here, tying up this tank. On the point, did the action. These guys came down this way instead to threaten the Terminators again. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Terminators left because he's able to res with the banner. Vindicator tied up the jetpack thingy. Jet Speeder died from the charge finally. 1 Beastman alive. Let's go. Right dead center in the fucking map. The fact that they lived the entire game is like, I need to fucking paint these guys as soon as possible, which they're still not painted. All these guys died, so the Vindicator blew up my Demon Prince. But we are camping our expansion objective. We have 20, 40. We have 40 OC on this point. While it's sticky. And we have Cultist here to screen out so he can't get into my deployment zone. Because I think we had a defend stronghold. So if nobody's in your deployment zone, which these guys are right there, so he can't basically land on me, we're blocking our deployment zone, so he can't do anything. And now we're just tied up in combat with these guys over here, just slowly chewing them away. And then basically at that point, we kind of like call the game. And I think he killed my unit finally. So out of spite, he takes out the unit. This Terminator unit lived the entire game, which is great. We're just kind of like running around him. But you can see like where we'll end up. So this green unit started here, went all the way around to here. That was the movement. The yellow unit went all the way to here. The red unit went all the way to here. And the cultist went from all the way back there to all the way over there. So very, very quick list. And we kind of like talk it out at the end. So if you guys are members or Patreons, wouldn't be doing this without you guys, but we do go over battle reports at the end of the battle report to kind of go over what we liked, didn't like, and all that stuff. So go check out those live. You can watch this battle report live on those stations. But let me know in the comments below. Not a lot that I would change about this. This definitely performed well. There are a couple lists in there that have pinks involved, because pinks are OC2. They can deep strike, they have a 4-up invuln save, and they make blues and yellows. They're just a super annoying to deal with unit. So you can bring pinks instead of like Terminators, which I might be testing out soon. But yeah, Chaos Cult is still a thing. Disruption works. We have to test out other forms of disruption. We've only done take and hold. So we have to test out other ways to get disruption. So we'll probably run Chaos Cult coming up, but we also want to run the Terminator build with the deep striking, 7-inch deep strike, warp talons, all that stuff. We also want to run... There was another one. Obviously, the Ork Codex coming up, so we'll run that. We just ran a 3-game RTT with Death Guard, which is coming up. And Grey Knights are probably... We might throw down Warpbane for Grey Knights. So that's coming up, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you liked, didn't like, how we can improve on the channel. If you like these types of battle reports, comment. Let me know. Because I definitely want to keep doing them because they're super easy to record an entire game for our Patreons, talk about at the end for our Patreons, go over coaching with our Patreons, and then do a battle report like weeks later for guys that don't want to support us on YouTube. Just kidding. So all that's coming out. Let me know in the comments below what you liked, didn't like, how we can improve on the channel, and we'll see you in another video soon. All right, guys, thanks for sticking towards the end of the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the links in the description below, which we'll go over. But these right here, we have 3D prints of Cypher, Tech Priest, Phobo Libby, Combi Libby, Lieutenant, Calidus, Codiez, and the Lord of Contagion. All those are up for sale. Message me on Discord. All these widgets, the 6-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, they pop out. Those are up for sale. The 9-inch widget, the 1 CP token, where you guys can keep track of the CP every single game. The token markers for Chaos and Grey Knights, they're poker chips. Those are really good for sticky objectives. And then also the wound gauges and the fuck you and fuck me tokens are up for sale as well. And we have a new sponsor, Snot Goblin Terrain. They are really, really cool. What's great about them is you can customize them for any layout. So if you run a Games Workshop layout, or if you run WTC layout, you can run it that way. And the best part, it's super hard plastic, not going to break on you. And also it's all fully painted. So check on the link below if you guys want to check these guys out. We use them in our streams and they look super awesome on the stream, but it's really good to travel into all your stores and bring them with you. So check those guys out. Then we still have 3D6 Wargaming, where if you guys want some custom templates, you guys can click on these. And then our new and improved Rexar lasers, laser lights with the Dirtbag logo on them. These guys are at a lot of local GTs, especially in the Texas area, but these lines are, or these lasers are rechargeable. So definitely be picking this up. I'm going to be getting sent one of these so I can show you guys on the live stream and stuff like this. But you guys get the Dirtbags and the lasers rechargeable, so highly recommend the Rexar lasers in the description below. Look at this. Look at that line. It is so good. And it's rechargeable. At the top, it's got the USB. Just plug it right in. Good to go. This shit is legit. And lastly, guys, the merch store. This I love seeing at GTs. When you see it across the room, you see your own logo, which is so cool. It's the red, white, and blue. We have the hats as well. They're all flex fit with the Dirtbags logo on the back. I just love wearing backwards hats. But all of these are available in the Printify shop. It's print to order, so you can get all these shirts, different sizes, different colors. We also have the old school stuff. We have the Nurgling. We have mugs, which you can fit your entire hand in, and some of the Grey Knight logos as well. So let me know what I'm missing. You can message me on Discord, but stay tuned. If you guys are interested in the Patreon, that'll come up last. So appreciate it, guys, and let's keep it going. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I had traveled a ton and I played
my ass off in 40k. Right now we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get if you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setup that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons. You guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. If we really want to get a bigger studio going, that is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.